What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90. It is time for La Liga Week 35 predictions, and it's a special episode. Twice a season, we of course have El Clasico in the league, and Barcelona could all but win the title with a win against Real Madrid. I'm recording this before their game against Inter Milan, where I expect they will be progressing to the Champions League finals. So, if you do enjoy these videos, please do drop a like. Subscribe down below to join us on the road to 34,000 subscribers. I really appreciate the support. Let's have a quick little review of the previous game week. We did have Rayo Vallecano to beat Getafe 1-0. We had Villareal to win and both teams to score at 3.1. We had Real Madrid and both teams to score at 2.5. So all in all, pretty good. We had Real Sociedad and Bilbao to draw with under 2.5 goals as well. So a pretty good week in La Liga. I find out of La Liga, Serie A and Bundesliga that La Liga is the trickiest to predict, in my opinion. I'm not really sure why, but sometimes I struggle. So let's see how we do today. Flashing up on the screen are all the people that are supporting me over on the Patreon. If you want to do that, you can get access to the exclusive members, tips and accumulators and everything like that. You get a shout out in every single video. You get direct messaging access to me, as well as access to the group chats. And like I said, you're supporting the channel and all of the work that we do over here. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to join the Patreon using the link in the description. If you want to just try it out for the last month of the season to see whether or not you want to do it next year, by all means, you can do that. Also, I do just want to say on Super Brew, it says stuff like top 60% of the world, top 53% of the world. This is against people that have been doing it since August. So you get points for correct score prediction, correct results, and close results on this website. So even though I haven't even done half of the season, I'm still better than 40% of the world. So just want to bear that in mind. That's not top 60% generally. That's with a massive disadvantage, missing half of the season. So that's very, very good. But regardless, first game, we have Las Palmas up against Rayo Vallecano. Again, as I said, we predicted this 1-0 win against Getafe. I got a sneaky suspicion I can get this one right as well. And I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. And the tip is going to be both teams to score at 1.8. Now, Las Palmas, if they get a win here, I do think that Alaves are going to lose. So a win here for Las Palmas would be absolutely massive because they're trying to obviously not be relegated. And they, with the amount of game weeks left, they still could do it. But I just think it's going to be a step short. And I think Rayo Vallecano are going to be able to get a point. I mean, at this rate, there's only 6 places for Europe for Spain, I believe. And Celta Vigo, 11 points behind. They're not going to catch up to Betis or Villareal. So these 6 teams are going to be the teams in Europe. It's just who gets Conference League, who gets Europa League. I mean, Betis could always win the Conference League. There is that as well. Bilbao, if they manage to come back against Manchester United, which of course they won't, they could get into the Champions League that way, but they're probably going to get there via the league. A lot to play for with regards to that, but Las Palmas 1, Rayo Vallecano 1. After this, Valencia up against Getafe. Getafe won't be relegated. They can't do anything else. Valencia the same. I think they're going to win, continue their good form. Getafe 4 losses in a row. Valencia to win 2-1. The tip is Valencia to win at 1.95. I like the odds. I think it's quite likely Valencia is starting to play like the Valencia we've come to know over the years, rather than the Valencia of the first half of the season where they looked absolutely abysmal. After this, it's Celta Vigo up against Sevilla. As we said, expected them to lose to Real Madrid, but made a good account of themselves. Sevilla drawing with Leganes. How did I see that one going? I said 2-1 to Sevilla, so I predicted a fair amount of goals, but I'm going to go for another 2-2 draw here. Celta Vigo 2, Sevilla 2. The tip is going to be both teams to score because I like the odds of 1.9. I could see this being quite goal heavy. I think it could be. So 2-2 in that one. After this, it's Girona up against Villareal. Again, as I said, we tipped Villareal and both teams to score against Osasuna. I didn't go as goal heavy there. And we tipped Girona to beat Mallorca by 1 goal. I said it'd be 2-1. But regardless, it was 1-0. I'm going to say that Villareal do take this one here. 2-1. They're pushing for Champions League as best they can. And the tip is going to be Villareal to win at 2.25. I believe those are the odds here that I've got. After this, it's Mallorca up against Valladolid. Valladolid against a changed Barcelona took the lead, but ultimately lost because they're just not very good. And they keep losing to everybody. They are scoring goals. I mean, if you look at their last 4 games, they've scored 6 goals. That's pretty damn good. I think it ends here. I think Mallorca bounced back to winning ways in what has been a decent season for them. 2-0. The tip is going to be Mallorca to win and under 3.5 goals. That takes the odds from 1.36 all the way up to 1.8. After this, Atletico Madrid up against Real Sociedad. Madrid drawing 0-0 with Alaves and Sociedad drawing 0-0 with Athletic Club Bilbao. I think Atletico Madrid bounce back. They're going to get Champions League football, but let's just secure it, shall we? So I'm going to say a 2-1 win, and the tip will be Atletico Madrid to win at 1.61. After this, we have Leganes up against Espanyol. Leganes, a win would be massive for them, close the gap on Alaves. They are favourites to win this game, but I'm actually going to go for a little bit of a shock. Espanyol, nothing to play for, but still 1-0. And the tip is going to be Espanyol double chance at 1.57, because Espanyol are outsiders, but Leganes winless in their last 7. So I'm just going to say that Espanyol bounce back. They were beating Betis right up until the last minute, and they lost 1-0 to Villareal, which is not a bad result. So I'm going to say Espanyol to win 1-0. Now here it is. El Clasico, Barcelona against Real Madrid. Barcelona pretty heavy favourites, it has to be said, and I think they're gonna beat Real Madrid here. Whether they're in the Champions League final or not, this game is massive. I'm going to go for 3-1. Barcelona just look better than Real Madrid. So I'm going to say Barcelona to win, but the tip to give an extra bit of value, Barcelona and both teams to score at 2.75. After this, Bilbao up against Alaves. I'm going to say that Bilbao win this one and, well, try their best to secure that Champions League spot. They can't do it through the Europa League unless a miracle happens at Old Trafford. I'm going to say 2-0 to Bilbao. I thought about Bilbao win to 0, but the odds for Athletic Bilbao to win at 1.8 are good enough, so that is going to be my tip. Following that, we have Real Betis up against Osasuna. Betis, it's whether or not they get Conference League or Europa League. And, I mean, obviously they could win the Conference League. I don't think they will. Obviously, I think Chelsea will win the Conference League. I'm going to say they beat Osasuna here 2-1. And the tip is going to be Real Betis to win at 1.6. So those are my results. Like I said, Barcelona all but winning the title. If they beat Real Madrid here, they will be 7 points clear with 3 games to go, needing to only win 1 more. So I think Barcelona have got a decent chance of winning the Champions League, La Liga, the Spanish Cup. They could win it all. They're a really, really good team, and I think they will beat Real Madrid in this one. That being said, Real Madrid want to play Barcelona now. If they didn't have Barcelona to play in these last 4 games, then they wouldn't have as much of a say in the title race, because Barcelona could just keep winning. But if Real Madrid win, it's still in Barcelona's hands, but Madrid get within 1 point of them. So that would be absolutely massive for Madrid. So don't get me wrong, it's a big game, but I just can't write off Barcelona for this one. So that is going to do it for La Liga predictions. Next up on the channel will be Premier League, so make sure you drop a like, subscribe down below so you don't miss that. Leave your predictions down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.